Hey, welcome to the channel, The Pop Enthusiast. I am Paul, and this is my nephew, Caleb.
Hi. Well, I really want to say, Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. So, in celebration of Valentine's Day, we are going to celebrate the power of love by going over and reviewing an out-of-box look of the Power Rangers sets, the original ones and some of the newer ones. And Power Rangers are one of your favorites, aren't they, Caleb?
Yes, and I got a costume of it.
You have a costume of which Power Ranger?
The new one.
Who's the new one?
The new Power Rangers.
Oh, okay. All right. And also, before we get started, this video is sponsored by Mercari, the selling app where you can buy and sell a lot of collectibles like Power Rangers. So if you're missing some of the old Power Rangers or the new ones, you're sure you can find them on Mercari for pretty good deals. So again, this video is sponsored by Mercari.
Yes.
So you ready to get into it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So let's start off with some of the original Power Rangers. First up, who do we have, Caleb?
We got the Blue Ranger. It's Billy. That was the new one.
So this is Billy the Blue Ranger, and so we also have the newer version, which is the unmasked Billy. So you can see him kind of comparison side by side, masked and unmasked. Next up, we have Zach the Black Ranger. So what do you want to say about Zach?
Zach is one of my brother Carter's favorite because he always loves black. And that is Billy with the unmask.
Yep, here's the Zach unmasked.
And up next is...
So next we have...
Trini.
Trini, is that her name? The
Yes.
Yellow Ranger?
Yeah.
So these original Rangers were just in normal standing poses. They were not in an action pose at all. They just had their hands by their sides, kind of in fists. And then here's the unmasked version of the Yellow Ranger. So I think this came out, it was the 20th anniversary, so they did unmasked versions, which I thought came out pretty neat.
Up next is...
Who do we have next?
the Green Ranger.
The Green Ranger. Now what's his name?
He is not the later, he's not in the new shows, so it must be...
I don't know either. So with the Green Ranger here, then we also have his unmasked version with the ponytail as well. So we don't have the original Red Ranger, but we do have the action pose Red Ranger, which is pretty neat. So he's like in a fighting stance. And his name's Jason, right? And then here's his out-of-box or unmasked version. So would you say he's the leader?
Yes.
Of the Power Rangers?
Yes.
And he's your favorite?
Yes.
And he's wearing red.
Yes.
And it's Valentine's Day today.
Yes.
And you're wearing red.
Yes.
Second to last.
Kimberly.
We've got Kimberly, the Pink Ranger, in her action pose. So again, not is that her last name? Hart. Not the original version, which had just had the hands by her sides, but we do have the unmasked version of Kimberly as well, which she's got her pink hairband and longer hair. So in the last Power Ranger, that's really cool that they came out with, this is an action pose version of the White Ranger. So I'm not aware of an unmasked version of the White Ranger, but really a super cool...
Yep.
You about to eat some candy?
Valentine's candy. It's gonna be really good.
So and then we have their robotic helper, Alpha 5.
Yeah.
So this is really a neat version of Alpha 5. They did come out with a black and gold version as well that we don't have, but Alpha 5 is definitely a must for any Power Rangers fans. Yep, this was a Walmart exclusive. So before we get into the villains, GameStop had a set of exclusives that are the morphing versions of the Power Rangers. So you want to put one up there and show them. So here's the Red Ranger morphing. So this is when they're getting morphed into their suit.
Into the grid.
So we got the Red Ranger there, and then we've got similarly, you know, the Blue Ranger, Black Ranger.
Might want to set that. You might want to set it down.
Running out of room. The Pink Ranger. So it goes back to their hands at their sides version. Yep.
It is not Billy, Zach.
Zach, and then the Yellow Ranger.
This is Trini.
So really, it's really cool to see that it's see-through.
Yeah, and it got glitter in there.
Yeah, there's some glitter in there too.
They just want to add some more style.
And then the last exclusive before we get to the villains is Jason, the Red Ranger. It looks like the same thing, but
yeah,
he's got the dragon armor, I believe it's called. So you can see the difference there in his outfit. And his hands are to his sides like the original Red Ranger. So this was a FYE exclusive.
Now we are going to get to the villains.
So who's your favorite Power Rangers villain?
Well, I don't have a favorite because they are mean, but
And you don't like mean.
I don't like mean people.
So we have
she
Rita.
don't have no shoes on.
She does not have any shoes. So Rita Repulsa. So she's kind of the lead villain. So they finally came out with the 20th anniversary. So this is the original looking Rita. She's got her staff there, which is a little bent. And then we have Lord Zedd.
The king with
And her counterpart.
Rita. Uh-oh.
He deserved to fall. He was a bad guy, right?
He just gonna keep falling.
Well, we'll let him go. And then we have, is this GOLDAR, I think? So this is one of the minion guys.
GOLDAR.
GOLDAR. So he's kind of one of the very first villains that the Power Rangers ever faced, I believe, in the series.
They faced him 2 times.
So look at the detail on his armor. It's really neat.
I don't know how they make it though.
How they make it that detailed?
All of it. I don't know how they make all the pop.
And then these two, I believe, were GameStop exclusives.
Yeah, that was at GameStop.
But these are two of the very first villains that the Power Rangers faced. And if you guys are familiar with the Power Rangers, the way that the stories usually go, it's very structured. Yeah. Where the villain comes down, blows up in size, and the Power Rangers are the Power Rangers fight them at the normal size, really, and then the villain blows up.
They transform again.
And then they get their Zords and transform, and so it's kind of a giant versus a giant, and then they win. But these were the two, the pig and the pumpkin. I can't remember their exact names. But pretty neat villain.
Pig and pumpkin stripe.
Yeah, you just made that up.
No, I didn't.
And then the last villain we have in here is actually a part of the comic line, but Lord DRAKKON. So he's a villain, I believe, but another cool mold. So it's similar mold to the White Ranger, almost the exact same mold. When he turns around here, you'll see. But they just did some different details and kind of rearranged the hands a little bit. So it's a kind of a similar pose as the White Ranger pop. So lastly, we have the actual Zord figures. So these are really neat 6-inch pops. So first we have the Megazord.
Yep.
Which is really cool. So this is when each of the Power Rangers vehicles comes together and forms their giant fighting robot.
They're all in the heart right there.
So they're located in the chest area?
Yeah, and they all have different spots to go.
So the Megazord is a really neat pop. So this is the metallic version. I missed the normal version, but it looks pretty much the same. And they have, I think, made a glow-in-the-dark version as well. Next we have the DRAGONZORD. So kind of for the Green Ranger, I believe. So this is a really neat pop. Again, they have some variants to this one as well, a black and gold, I think. But also a must-have for any Power Rangers fan, for sure. And then I think related to the White Ranger, I could be wrong about some of these things, we have the TIGERZORD. So this was the Hot Topic exclusive that came in and out of stock and is available. You can find on Mercari for sure. Also another must Another must have 6-inch pop for the Power Rangers line. And the last pop we're going to take a look at is the biggest and my favorite out of the Power Rangers line.
Yeah.
So we have the DINO ULTRAZORD.
Yeah, they all get together to help the Green Ranger.
So the detail in this is just amazing, where you can actually see, you know, here's the DRAGONZORD head, and then you can see the MEGAZORD inside here, and then he's attached to the bottom, and has the second looking dragon thing here, and it's just a huge pop. It's a 10-inch pop, and it was a Target exclusive that came out during one of their Target cons a couple years ago. So was very excited to be able to get one, and just the detail is phenomenal. Let me move this spinner so I can get a closer. You can get a closer look at that. So just phenomenal detail on this thing. We've got the tail on the back as well. All right, Caleb. So we just looked at all the Power Ranger pops that we have. What would you say is your favorite?
My favorite is the red one, the yellow
one,
the pink one, the black one, and the blue one.
So you like the original set?
I like the new set and the originals.
So there you have it. There's the out-of-box look of the Power Rangers, old and new. So we hope you enjoyed that. Again, happy Valentine's Day. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel, The Pop Enthusiast. And make sure you like this video and hit the notification button for future alerts. And make sure you leave a comment below if you like this video and anything you want to say about the Power Rangers or the video. So again, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, and we will see you next time.
Bye!